exciting than painting it.
I'm Deren Walker. I am an artist of the collective of No Parking Studios.
My name is Tyler James. I am a painter and designer. So No Parking Studios, we're a collective in Tulsa, Oklahoma, born and raised. It's myself, Antonio, Deren, Duke, and then there's Cruz. 4 artists right now just trying to pave a way and trying to really make our mark here from the town and also make our mark in the world.
It's 4 different energies in this collective. I think I'm most laid back out the group. I think Tone is more eccentric. Him and Deren's like the eccentric ones.
2018, and I seen Tone there. I had been seeing him at Sound Pony because they do shows there, and we started making small talk, and I actually seen him at the mall that morning. And I was like, man, didn't I see you at the mall this morning? He was like, yeah, man, it seemed like you was in a rush, and we kind of started making small talk, and he told me about this art show that he was getting ready to have in like 3 weeks. So I inquired about being in the show for like the following year, and he kind of stopped and looked me up and down and like, you in it, bro? I'm like what? Like, bro, you in it? I'm like, you don't even know me, you know? And I went home and crammed a show in for like 3 weeks.
No Parking Studios, Rebekah, Trueson, 20 other artists were all loading up and going to Miami. This show is literally on the beach, in shipping containers, and it's just the best possible place to have your first time showing in Miami.
I haven't been before, but the way that I view it as an artist and this huge festival where artists come together and we network and we are in a space and we're just seeing different mediums of art, whether it be designing, painters, sculptors, and I think for us, being from Tulsa, we are getting a chance to be closer to the art world that's outside of Tulsa. Everybody just wants to see people win from here, and we're trying to make our mark in the town and expand and tell our story, because we have a story too. And I think we just all understand it just needs to be heard.
So you're like, where did the dog come from? He lives here. I'm Rebekah Campbell McIlwain, and I'm an artist and community organizer. I work with leather and painting, and I'm doing installation-based work. I'm from West Texas. I grew up in Mullen and have been in Tulsa for almost 9 years and worked in education, advocacy, community organizing here in Tulsa. That really shaped who I am and what I'm doing today. I've been doing full-time creative work for 2 years, but have been an artist since I was born. I'm so excited and kind of can't believe that we're getting to do this, that 22 of us are going this year. I think Art Basel and Miami is like one of, if not the premier American art event, from the high art and established world to the emerging underground. A year ago, I went with a couple of really close friends to go and see and explore, but we knew coming home from Miami last year that we needed to go back and that we needed to take more artists.
I'm gonna do it like really quickly. Hi, I am Alexander Tamahn. I am an artist a community member, community organizer, an entrepreneur. I have been really blessed, really fortunate to love what I do what I love. It's definitely hard work, but like it has completely changed the game for me. It has put me in rooms and in spaces and in conversations that I don't know that I would otherwise like be in, and I'm able to be my authentic self in those spaces because there is such a unique privilege, I believe, in being an artist. People kind of expect you to march to the beat of your own drum and all that, and I lean in to that. I had started like really transitioning into more of a movement-based practice and more performance-based practice. I, was intentional about training in different studios and in interacting with, other dancers and performers and checking out different venues and spaces and seeing how movement art could be combined with conceptual art and 2D design and just check all the boxes. So here we are. I get to perform in Miami for one of like the biggest, most amazing like art events. I'm excited. I'm so excited about this.
I guess No Parking Studios like goals, objectives, what we want to take from Miami is really just building like lasting relationships. I really want to, like I said, I want to look back on Miami, when I'm in my 60s and I'm still working with, some of these people. They know when I started, when we met, and like, that's what I'm hoping to gain from Miami.
It's incredible to think of what Tone and No Parking Studios have done in the past year, all of the work that they've made, all of the work that they've shown. It's incredible to think about Alex's practice in pole and painting. I'm nervous, I'm excited, I feel so grateful to be doing this alongside artists that I love and believe in. Just the fact that our community believes in us to do this and is supporting us to do this. I also, hope we do a good job.
Yesterday we got the truck unloaded, we got hay bales, we got all kinds of things.
We brought our trunks, we brought everything, we're about to go for a swim. But we're gonna get these containers set up today, hopefully. That's the main thing.
We're gonna put the neon in the back of the container and then the table. Then we'll put pieces on top of the table, stage each piece and put it on the wall. It'll be fine.
I guess that's another option for a blanket.
Yeah, look at this. This is like the stolen riches, lost in the treasure chest. Ye be found here at the beach of Miami. My name is Trueson Daugherty, and I'm a visual artist. Just recently, this year in May is when I quit my corporate job to pursue fine art exclusively. I had been painting and doing art and practicing my craft prior to that, but I really hadn't pushed myself out into the community and into the awareness of all the other artists until this year, like the beginning of this year. With that, the artists that I wanted to be involved with I'm currently here with right now.
It's giving Miami Beach.
My name is Parker D. Wayne. I'm a fashion stylist, designer, and performance artist.
Parker has been my intern and assistant for a little over a year now.
I love Rebekah. Rebekah's my mother. Coming from middle America, small town, and being exposed to a lot of great natural materials, textures, colors, all played a part into forming what I appreciate as an artist. I don't want to be boxed in. I always say expression over suppression. And every way I felt maybe held back from being who I wanted to be, being avant-garde and queer and gender fluid in middle America. Now I have the opportunity to go down all those rabbit holes and figure out who is that and what better way to express who that is and what that journey is and where those rabbit holes lead than through art.
It's hot. We don't have power yet. We had to troubleshoot some things around Alex's performance.
I am a sweaty little mess, which is not the most conducive for gripping and, you know, doing all the acrobatics and things. I couldn't like stick to the pole, you know, at first when I like practiced it, and so that was really kind of nerve-wracking because like if I'm gonna do this, I really want to put my best foot forward.
That's not sexy.
My thoughts in this moment, I am foregoing giving myself over to the ocean. This is just like a part of it, you know? Part of the nature of performance art and kind of existing and showing up in the moment.
So like every event, there's always shenanigans that happen. So as you can see, some of our neon broke in the transport here. Once we like lifted that sheet where our tubes were, seeing them broke, you know, your first instinct is like air let out of you. You know, you just think about we're not going to be able to do anything.
Look at this. This is crazy. How does this happen?
All right, so this morning we come to our container and it looked like somebody shook it and a piece of our glass is now cut on Deren's piece, so we get to replace glass today. The solution is we have to like make a mock of that glass and find a glass placer that can cut it. So we're replacing glass while replacing neon glass, and we need to do all of this before 1 o'clock tomorrow.
Yeah, so because I was in Europe the 3 weeks before this event, or like the month before, I missed out on a lot of time that I would have spent making more work to bring to this show. So as I thought about it, I'm like, well, I get here a few days before the truck. Maybe I'll try to get the paintings done before the truck leaves. So I was like, I have some work pieces that I'm still working on. By still working on, they were canvases that had yet to be purchased. Given the fact that I didn't have a whole lot of time to produce the paintings, I didn't have a whole lot of time to thoroughly pack them and secure them. I've been concerned about that painting arriving here. So I had to send it FedEx, couldn't send it on the plane, which was not cool. Learned that hours before I'm supposed to board. We looked to overnight it, would cost like $600. I'm planning to sell the painting for $600, so that we did it by ground. There's so many opportunities, like different hands can be handling that package, and every time they are, increases the opportunity for something to go wrong.
My name is Elizabeth Henley and I'm a visual artist. I'm also the founder of Black Moon. It's an all-black artist collective. When I found out that we were going to be traveling with 20 other local artists, I was super excited. Some of them I've worked with before very closely, I know personally, and then of course there were a ton who I'd never met before, but I admired their work from afar.
When we went to Contemporary and the Contemporary Art Museum and Prism, that felt more similar to Tulsa as far as the scale of things, and just it was more personal. I could see the artists that were in front of me, I could talk to them. It brought back the feeling of accessibility that I think is sometimes left out of the art world. To do that as a group was really exciting, because it was like, look what everyone else is doing here and how tangible it all is. Like I said earlier, it really demystified the entire thing.
No, I am overwhelmed with like good feelings. Like art is something that you don't experience, like you have to literally seek out. And it's like amazing that all of these people have sought this out just to be in this room to see all this art from all these different people.
I'm just like emotional. It's very moving to like see so much expressive art. I've seen like paintings on Instagram and like it's different when you're in the space and you just like get hit with that feeling. And also just thinking about like I do this too. I'm emotional.
Every single person is super talented, very insightful, very intentional as far as wanting to elevate the artistic culture here in Tulsa.
I gotta step it up. I'm inspired. It's so much to take. I'm about to run out of memory taking all this. I gotta step it up. Shout out Tropical Glass, man. They came through in the clutch. Hand them this pattern, and yeah.
I got you. Well, you're gonna show your pictures of skirt next.
Man, this.
I remember you just did something like this, that weird shape mirror. Remember?
Yeah, but this pattern.
Definitely not
art
for what it is.
Yes, for our boss. Every year
We're
it's the
technically
same
closed
thing.
right now. We close at 3.
Every
Okay.
year.
So you see all the tables, everything down. There ain't nothing getting cut right now.
I appreciate
But I'm gonna put them put you in the front so they can get to it first thing. You know.
So
I just
we
put
made
it on
the
top.
pattern again.
I just traced it.
I'm just. My only concern is that it doesn't serve just because if it's a little off, you know what I'm saying?
If you could try to get those as pointed as you can, that's fine. If
Do you want it pointed or rounded?
Pointed.
You want it pointed?
Yeah, look at the picture.
Okay, so you
Right
want
there
it
on the edge.
same thing to the outside, correct?
Yeah. Yeah, right on that, yeah.
And then
this is the top. It'll be going to the top. So that'll be the top corner. And that's just a straight, this is just a straight flat cut too right here. It's just
okay,
a flat.
from here to here,
yeah,
correct?
it's just straight.
graphinc.com. They made us some replacement tools and we came kind of early to see if they would be done a little early so we can finish up the last install before opening here in 4 hours. So I don't like them one bit, but we're gonna have to use them. I think they're a little bit thicker than the ones we got. We riding with Neon, back seat. We so scared of these that we gonna ride just like this. We gonna watch them the whole ride.
I got them with my life, I promise.
Once we got that neon off and it's broke and we notice, we know the show opens the next day, and we just go into our work like our artist mode. I feel like that's when you really like see what kind of artist you are. We're gonna see how this first one go. On the wall. We're gonna try his idea first, y'all.
I'm here with you, man.
All right, we here. We're about to see what we made of, huh?
These ain't nothing but reps, baby.
Opening day, VIP preview, press preview, Alex's performance, and we're ready. We need to shower. We need to get some little fits on. But we did it, right on schedule, right on time.
Dark Basil.
Clap it up.
Trueson. Thank you very much. Yes, let's go. All right, let's hope it's all. It feels like it's all in one piece still. I grew up in the Unification Church, which is commonly referred to as a cult. My parents were Moonies, and I was raised in the Unification Church as a Moonie, and it was kind of crazy. I am exhibiting my work that is documenting my experience leaving the Unification Church and religion at large. Sage, you know, get out all the bad spirits. Just kidding. Nothing happens after you die. It's through art that we're able to imagine the future as well as anything beyond reality. It's like art is our doorway into alternate dimensions.
I believe in a higher power, and this is one of these moments where I'm like, there has to be something out there, because how do I have the opportunity? Like, how is this life? You know, I dreamt about experiences like this for my whole life.
We had a art gallerist come by satellite this morning and talk to Rebekah and I for a little bit. He's from Chicago. Rebekah said, go say hey, say what's up, follow the leads.
I feel like we're prepared. People are gonna wanna know who we are and come into our world a little bit.
I think that we have something to say as a collective. I think that we're really taking the time and space to hone that for ourselves.
I think everybody can relate to, you know, just wanna inspire something greater than themselves. I wanted to be a baller in my early life, but that didn't work out. So I'm like, I gotta find another way to be dope.
You get tested all the way up to your limits, and like the universe or God is just like, all right, here you go.
It really clicked for me that cowboy boots are sculpture. I had worked with woodworking, some metal work, and we're all perceived every day in the world. You know, we all are making some sort of statement, and so wielding that intentionally, it kind of turns like your life into the art.
Leveraging his invaluable partnerships to simultaneously elevate his community and his art.
View like a fresh pair of penny loafers with the polish on it, tell them keep on shining.
Opening night, the energy was lit. Like, we were really ready to meet the moment.
Always knew you had to
we had been able to navigate all those curveballs as far as like my performance and stuff was concerned.
Till they see that rollie on you, tell them keep on shining. Crazy.
Miami was like curious about us. I think that they were paying attention.
By opening night, we were like amped and ready to really put our best foot forward, and did so, and it was really, really great. And then I think we just kind of like kept riding that momentum, and then there's the added bonus of having more and more of our friends and colleagues.
I might be a little biased, but I feel like No Parking, Rebekah and Trueson had the strongest exhibits at the Satellite Art Show. And to see all of the local artists just ascend upon them and show them love and hype them up and be excited, it was magical. And I feel like that's the culture again of Tulsa community and Tulsa art. We're gonna take that wherever we go, whether it's Miami, anywhere.
I'm happy to see what my team is made of. Like, we are made of, like, we're made to do this. Yesterday was the last day. It was a good last day. Yeah, I feel like everybody accomplished the mission that they came out here to do.
It's kind of emotional today as we're wrapping up because I feel like I'm leaving something here in Miami and I don't know what it is. Not me trying to cry on camera.
This in so many ways is something I've been building towards for a long time. Like, so much of this is all I've ever wanted and all I've ever wanted to do.
I felt good, like I said, because we met a lot of people, we made a lot of connections, but sometimes as an artist, when you don't get that sale, when you don't get that initial, like, you just feel like you've done a lot of work for nothing. So like, I get back to Tulsa, 6 a.m., 7 a.m., and it's somebody wanting to buy my piece, The Road to Zion.
Tone's sale of that piece is like such an affirmation of his work and everything that they're doing as a collective through No Parking Studios.
I think Tulsa is very much a growing art city. I've seen the progress of it just in the time that I've been alive, and it's been exponential.
I feel like there really is a place for all of us.
We are scrappy. We're building it together. We're creating. Sometimes it feels like something from nothing, and so if we're gonna make an impact and if we're gonna do something, it actually requires all of us together. We actually need each person thriving and getting inspired and doing their best so that as a collective we are more powerful.
When I found out that I was going to be able to go, it totally blew my mind. It was like a bucket list thing to check off, and I want to go back every year.
I feel like the level of artist I was before I left versus where I am now, it's like I feel like I've definitely gone like a whole, if this was karate, I feel like I've gained a whole new belt.
The contemporary art world in Tulsa, in particular, needs to be a part of the larger conversation.
I feel like we can idealize different big cities and think that they have all the answers, but in reality, when I go there, I learn that all the answers are in front of us and all the answers are right around us and here in Tulsa, and it's exciting.
Tulsa is very relational. Tulsa is very community-oriented, almost familial. The longer you're here and the more you invest in the people around you, the more that is just, it's so reciprocated.
It's just a special place that I feel like is growing and climbing every day for higher and higher into just an amazing place to make art for no matter who you are. And the opportunities are really as far as you want to take them here.
It was awesome.
We're going back next year and we'll probably only exceed what we could dream up now.
I'm from Oklahoma, where them cowboys roam. Some people drive big trucks, some ride on chrome. I'm from Oklahoma, where them cowboys roam. Some people drive big trucks, some ride on chrome. Tulsa, Oklahoma's where I call home. We don't just ride horses, we rock candy and chrome. Grab me a cold beer and sit on my tailgate. Got the Panhandle State on my license plate. Pack up everything and hit 75. Head straight down to Texas where the party is live. Got my boots on tight and my bubble strap. Cinch shirt smelling good, now I'm sliding now. Pants creased, now I'm hopping out my dually truck. Rodeo with Craig Jackson, man, that boy is tough. Calf roping, Pony Express, riding bulls and stuff. And you know me, I'm sitting clean with Jack in my cup. I'm from Oklahoma.